All right, folks, I got an engineering one for you. So I'm only going to take you on half of this one, but I'm going to show you. So I'm doing these shocks. I'm doing these rear shocks. I'm going to show you how to get them off. We got to go way up in here. We got to get these undone. And I ran into a little bit of a tricky situation because if you come down here and look, sorry about the background noise. If you come in here and look, yo, I mean, this bolt to this spring, I mean, look, we got this much, and this bolt is longer than this much. So I'm gonna tell you why we're doing these shocks first. So the customer was complaining of like a noise. I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me go to this side. So the customer was complaining of a noise a while ago, and this isn't good. This isn't very good. But this tire, oh yeah, you can see it a little bit here. This tire is like ungulated. I don't know if that's a word or not, but because of this ungulation, it actually sounds like a bad wheel bearing. But upon further research, so this shock, this shock is out already. I was fighting with it, and I was like, you know what, this might actually make a good video. But I got it disassembled. I'm going to show you how to do all that and everything. But I wanted to go over this with you because what happens is, one of the reasons that this tire is beautiful, because we rotated this one from the front, but it's beginning on this edge right here. And I wanted to go over it with you. So the shock, if the shock is weak, as you're driving down the road, every bump, you got to imagine the tire might be bouncing on the road. You might not see it. It might not look ridiculous like some of the videos you may have seen, like, oh, it's bouncing all over, whatever. But you got to figure, it's going super fast. That's bouncing on the road. And whatever part of the tire is contacting the road, it'll ever so slightly, it'll create little like waves. I call it ungulation. It'll create ungulation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through this process. This is a 2020 Honda Accord variety, Honda. And this is fairly new, but look, even at 2020, you're thinking, wow, 2020, look, that's 6 years old. This is February of 26, but I'm gonna go through this process, and as I ran through it, did that side, I'm thinking, yo, that's not enough room. So I'm gonna bring you along. I hope you get some enjoyment out of it and or information. Follow along. All right, we're gonna tackle this bolt first, and there's a reason. It's because I don't want the top moving around and flopping around. But this is pretty typical. This is going to be a 17 millimeter bolt. Most Hondas and the Japanese models are 17s and 19s. Let me get this loose here. Wow. You guys know, baby, I'm strong. So, let's get this. Come on. Let me try this way. Can you guys still see? Yeah, it looks like you can. I hit you. Alright, so. I dropped my wrench. It got me. Alright. I went and got a smaller wrench because it's too loose for the big wrench, but it's too tight for my fingies. And you know, when I'm doing a video, I don't want to show off my strength because you guys would be like, yo, I don't know how he did that, because my fingers are super strong, you know. So I have my support bar under here. I'm actually gonna, yeah, there we go. That's even better. So be careful if you're using a ratcheting wrench. Be careful that you don't back it into where you can't get that off. So every couple I make sure I can get it out, but this is probably loose right now. right, I had to step away for a minute. But, so this is the problem we're gonna run into. So, look. What do I do? I can't get the shock out because the bolt is in there. So, what you could do is get your handy little pry bar right underneath of the spring. Ever so slightly. You don't want to manipulate it too far, but just pry that up just enough to get that out of there. And then look, I just lay it right there. You can release it, no problem. And now the shock is free. So I'm going to take you up top and we're going to loosen up the top stuff. So what we got up top here, we have two bolts that are like one's here and then one's over here. Should be able to just rip up in there with a 12mm socket. I'm just using something like this with the shadows. I got just a 12mm deep well on about a 6-inch extension. All right, so for the disassembly, what you're gonna do is you're gonna pry this. There's like a boot, I call it like bellows, looks like an accordion. You're gonna pry that off of the upper mounting. You're just gonna slide that down. There's a bumper, a bump stop. You just pull that down as well. And then on the top, on the very top, is this cover. Just pry that off. It protects the nut that's right on top there. I'll usually just clamp this in a vise. Doesn't have to be super tight. Hondas are pretty typical. This is a 14mm. You just take that nut off, set that aside, take this off, and then you will pull out the guts. Not literal guts, because that would be disgusting. But you'll take that bump stop, you take the bellows, just set them aside. Here's the old shock. And let's see how strong I am. And this is really slow to return. That tells me that it's just not dampening much. But we'll set this aside and then we'll reassemble the shock and we'll put it back in. All right, so I got the new shock. This is the number. I'm going to assemble it back here on the bench. So we got the shock. We're going to slide this on. That just slides in on there. I just push that all the way down. This one will go, that one will go there. And put the new nut on. Now, I do not have a problem putting this part of it in the vise because even if it bottoms out, it's never going to get to this part. So if there was a little nick or a burr, I'm not concerned that it's going to hit this. Oh, it's taller. I need a deep. Okay. I'm going to go back through off camera. When I reposition you, I'm going to go back through and torque this. All right, so now something to be mindful of. This, after getting it reassembled, you want to put this top piece back on, that plastic to cover the threads. And then also, if you look up in here, this is offset. So you want to match that is offset there. You want to match the offset of this. I'm going to get you set up. We'll pop this back in. All right, so now we just kind of line this up. Always start them by hand. Here's this one. Okay, this one. Okay. All right. So now we got to get this all lined up. Now you can see, I actually took the jack away. Let me get that jack back in place. Okay, we're gonna wind this up. It slipped. Okay, once that gets started, it's actually a pretty nice design there. Oof, that's beautiful. All right, what we're going to do, is we're going to slide. Oh, that goes good. We're going to slide the fat washer, and then we're going to pry this little spring. There we go. Then once you get that, you can release. Okay, then we got that. I'm gonna torque that, make sure it's correct, and then now we're gonna wipe the shock off, make it nice and pretty, no fingerprints. But that's pretty much how you're gonna do these Hondas. That was just a little trick that I wanted to show you, a little pop up there, and yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. So I hope you guys learned something, and leave a comment, questions, concerns. But I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.